D-Unit run things. Whole league noting. 3 big sides in his hand. Whole crowd sing his name. Madison Park, crowd so loud. Darlington jump, Breedle proud. 1 man chill on the touchline still. 3 teams move, how he will beat Rahi quick. Beat Moran clean. Look, Avi, how feel the heat. Every ground, same story again. Scoreboard light up his name. D-Unit, D-Unit. Greatest of all time. Running 3 clubs on the same headline. From South Park Road to Breedle Sky. Galleyton dance with a rivals cry. D-Unit, D-Unit. Thunder in the stand. Boss of the league with a master plan. Raise your hands high when the teams walk through. Everything win when he points at you. Everything win when he points at you. One out front, ice cold calm, 1/2 chance, hit like a storm, net shake mad, crowd jump fence, hold back line, lose their sense, roll take a ball when the South Park sun, last home game but the work all done, legend walk slow, tears in his eye, D-Unit, clap with a fist up high, D-Unit, greatest of all time. Running 3 clubs on the same headline. From South Park Road to Breedle Sky. Galleyton dance with a rivals cry. D-Unit, thunder in the stand. Boss of the league with the master plan. Raise your hands high when the teams walk through. Everything win when he points at you. Everything win when he points at you. D-Unit. Who beat Murat? D-Unit. Luca Navi. D-Unit. Ox the league. Who run it? 3 big badges, 1 big brain. 3 home crowd scream his name. From first kick-off to the last full time. He rewrite the history line. D-Unit. D-Unit. Greatest of all time. Running 3 clubs on the same headline. From South Park Road to Breedle Sky. Galleyton dance when the rivals cry. D-Unit. D-Unit. Thunder in the stand. Boss of the league with the master plan. 1 score, 1 wave, goodbye, fight 2. Whole world know that he built his crew. Everything win when he points at you. Everything win when he points at you.
Hello and welcome to Game Week 36, the Sunday ticket. Super Sundays here, and yes, unbelievably, Crystal Palace are actually fielding a really strong side. So maybe Kunji is actually going to get a little bit of luck from his Crystal Palace players, because I see that Sarr is starting, I see that Canvo's starting, I see a bunch of people starting, and yeah, it's looking pretty good for a lot of people out there. Sadly, not so good for myself, but that's fine. We can live with that. Unfortunately, today we also... I actually can't believe we played a game of football today with one of the worst referees on the planet. I swear to God, I'm not kidding you. One of the very worst referees I've ever seen, and I'm still in disbelief. We had a bloke literally might have just maybe copped an ACL or an MCL, literally taken out by the goalkeeper. No penalty, no yellow card inside the box. It was just baffling. And then another time in the first half, again, a dude completely taken out, like literally 2 stonewall penalties and not given, not even a foul given. I was livid, absolutely livid. We took the lead, and then we took the lead, then we conceded twice and went 2-1 behind. And look, to be honest, the opposition shouldn't have beaten us today. It was really frustrating. It was just one of them days where it just wasn't happening for us. And then I finally played my first game of the season. And I tell you what, I haven't played a game of football, like proper football, in like 2 years. And I got into the spot where I would normally be pretty good chance of scoring, and it was god awful. I was crap. I was actually crap. Anyways, the games have officially started. Let's get that timer back up on the screen. Yeah, that's been my Sunday. I'm not overly happy. It's not been a good day in general. But it is what it is. We're here to watch some football. Hopefully the football's entertaining. We've got all 3 games on today. I'm not just following the one game like I was yesterday. We've got Burnley versus Aston Villa. That game is yet to kick off. Crystal Palace versus Everton is already up and about. And Nottingham Forest and Newcastle has also just kicked off as well. I'll bring you some of the team lineups as we get into it. I managed to get my bet in just in time. I literally have only just put this together. Anyways, hopefully you guys are having a great Sunday. Hopefully you're settling in. Hopefully we've got some goals. Hopefully everyone gets some points. Morgan Rogers, I tell you what, I don't know if this is a hate watch, even though he's in my team, but I tell you what, if this dude does not perform today, I'm telling you, I'll be transferring him out between the 2 p.m. games finishing and the the West Ham versus Arsenal game starting. He'll be gone. He might even be gone anyway, depending on what happens, but he's probably gone. Let's be fair. I mean, part of me is like, Aston Villa versus, they're not going to play a full strength team against Liverpool. So, there's no point. Anyways, he's probably going to go. Let's be fair. On to the lineups then. Let's start with the Nottingham Forest versus Newcastle game. It's Sells in goal. Milinkovic, Jay, Cunha, and Murata in a back three. It's Nets. Who the hell is Nets? Never seen him before. Anderson, Dominguez, and Williams in what looks like a midfield four, but looks like wing-back system. Igor Jesus and Bakwara supporting a Woney who leads the line. For Newcastle, it's Pope in goal. Danburn, Botman, Zhao, and Lewis Hall. It looks like Lewis Hall's lining up at right back and Danburn at left back based off what I can see here. Bruno G, Tonali, and Jollington in midfield three. Jacob Murphy off the right, Osula off the left, and Voltamata through the centre. That's interesting. On the bench, it's Ortega, Chris the Woody Woodpecker, De Silva Marinia, Luca, Hutchinson, Yates, McAtee, Whitehall, and Sinclair. And then for Newcastle, it's Ramsdale, Trippier, Visser, Gordon, Barnes, Alanga, Willock, Alex Murphy, and Jacob Ramsey. On to the Crystal Palace versus Everton game. And look, anyone that gambled on Palace, you've done well. You're getting the full game here against Everton. It's Henderson, Richards, Lacroix, Camvo, Mitchell, Kamada, Wharton, Munoz, Saar, Johnson, and Jorgen Strand-Larsen. So the only ones here missing out are Jeremy Pino that people might have been interested in, and Mateta, but we all kind of thought GASL would start here. For Everton, it's Pickford in goal, Mikolenko, Keane, Tarkovsky, O'Brien, Irigabong, and Garner in midfield, Ndai off the left, Dewsbury Hall in the 10, Roll off the right, and Beto leading the line. On the bench for Crystal Palace, it's Benitez, Lerma, Pinu, Mateta, Klein, Hughes, Riyad, Devaney, and Cardenas. And then for Everton, it's Travers, Patterson, McNeil, Barry, George, Dibbling, Coleman, Alcaraz, and Armstrong. And then the last game, I was like, which game have I not read out? Burnley versus Aston Villa. We have got Weiss in goal, Walker, Twanzebe, Esteve, Lucas Pires in a back four, Yuka Jawaku, Florentino in a midfield two, Chichawana, Medbury, Anthony, and Fleming leading the line there. And for Aston Villa, it's Martinez in goal, Matson, Mings, Konsa, and Cash. Now, this raised a few eyebrows from me when I looked at this. Lindelof in central midfield with Ross Barkley. I was like, oh, what is that? But it is McGinn off the right, Tielemans in the 10, Everton, almost getting in, but not quite. Crystal Palace deal with it. Sorry. McGinn, Tielemans, and Rogers off the left and Watkins leading line. And then I saw it cut to Morgan Rogers. Like, what's going on here? But there's been no goal, sadly. On the bench for Burnley is Dubravka Hartman, Jacob Brun-Larsen, Foster Humphreys, Ward-Prowse, Amdouni, Broja, Loren, and for Aston Villa, it's Bizzo, Buendia, Luca Dean, Torres, Abraham, Sanchez, Douglas Luiz, that is, Bogard, and Leon Bailey. Those are the lineups for all the games. Hopefully your players are starting. I feel like there's not really anyone there that has been benched that you would sit there and go, okay, well, whatever. For what it's worth, I think Everton beat Crystal Palace 2-1. I think Newcastle versus Nottingham Forest. I think Newcastle might win this. I don't know why, but I just saw that Nottingham Forest lineup. Wasn't overly sold on it. I'm going to go with 2-1 Newcastle. And Burnley versus Aston Villa, I think it'll be 3-1 to Aston Villa. Let's see how close I am by the end of the game and how they all end up. Anyway, hello chat. Welcome to the Sunday Ticket. Let's have a look. Second live of the channel I'm watching. Nice. Very nice. Surprised Watkins is starting. Yeah, to be honest, I didn't think he was going to start based on the head injury. It looked like he got the on midweek on Thursday. I was a little bit surprised when I saw Watkins starting, but hey, Emery wasn't lying. He said that the priority was the Premier League tonight, and he's not lying. Other than Lindelof in midfield, which I'm still trying to work out, and Everton have already scored. James Tarkovsky at the back stick, and that's why he was on the watch list, folks. He's already put Everton in front 5 minutes into the game, and there it is. The Crystal Palace clean sheet. If you bought a Crystal Palace defender, I said there's almost no chance of them keeping a clean sheet in either of these games, and it didn't take long for the first lot of clean sheet points to be wiped out. James Tarkovsky doing the damage here off a set piece routine. It will be an assist for whoever took the corner because it was a flick on from a Palace player. I think inadvertently it was Daniel Munoz that flicked it on. It's landed on James Tarkowski and he's put it away emphatically there. Nothing wrong with that goal. It's definitely going to count. VAR got nothing to intervene with there. That's definitely 1-0 to the Everton. And a pretty good start for Everton there. They have been knocking on the door, early doors there, and they've done the business and got the show up and running. Oh, so actually, I need to change that. Sorry, folks. I've just lost the plot here. What's going on here? There we go. Chat's back on screen. I was like, I have no idea what I was doing then. Anyways, I'll try and quickly update that score. I've somehow closed the tab where I update the scores, which is a little bit disappointing, but we'll try and fix that briefly. Get that off there. Get that over here. All right, where are we at? 1-0. I mean, that's why I was not keen on Crystal Palace assets. I was pretty hot that they weren't going to keep a clean sheet, and they haven't. What the hell's going on here? Just get that off. Why is it doing that? That is stupid. What's it doing? Just get that off. Oh, I don't know what's going on there. It's very bizarre. I can't even see what's going on. I have no idea what's going on. I don't know why it's done that. Maybe it's locked it. I don't know. Oh, God. Oh, there we go. I fixed it. Oh, no, I put the wrong bloody score in. I put Aston Villa goal. It's not an Aston Villa goal. You absolute tool. All right, there we go. 1-0 to Everton. Let's quickly download that before I lose the plot here. Sweet. Happy days. All right, 1-0 to the Everton. You turned into Hoyland. I did. Might have. Let's go, Watkins. So far, I'm cooking Doku, Van Heck, Verbruggen, Senesi Hill, no Haaland. Yeah, I mean, I thought it's worth. I knew the risk when I didn't triple captain him, to be honest. I just thought that there was I backed in, the hardest, for what it's worth, Crystal Palace could score against Man City and then I'm going to look like an absolute mug, which is definitely possible, let's be fair. But my understanding was I was pretty confident Man City would keep 2 clean sheets, considering both games are at home. And if they keep 2 clean sheets, O'Reilly's going to be on probably 11 points minimum, which is obviously probably going to be less than Haaland unless he gets an attacking return. But there's a second game to come. O'Reilly could easily score, get a 15-pointer, and then all of a sudden it's pretty much an even battle. So either way, unless Crystal Palace score multiple goals against Man City on Wednesday night, he's going to beat the Gabriel triple captain anyway. So I feel like, you know what, it might not be as good as the Haaland one this week, but it's probably going to be better than what Gabriel got back in game week 26. So I'm not too annoyed about it. No, let's be fair. All right, let's quickly update that score. I think I've actually downloaded it now. Let's see if I've done that. Sorry, folks. Oh, there we go. Everton, 1-0. I've only got one player playing at the moment as well. It's Morgan Rogers in that Burnley versus Aston Villa game. So I won't lie, I'm watching that game with a little bit more intent than the other two, but I watched the Everton goal literally as it went in. So I was right on it there. Looking forward to Bowen banging off my bench. Yeah, Bowen, for what it's worth, I'm in a weird country. I really want West Ham to stay up. So part of me is I really want West Ham to score. Oh, Burnley have scored. I told you. Burnley were going to score. And Burnley, Jaden Anthony has given Burnley a shock 1-0 lead here. 8 minutes into the game. And just like that, there's the goal that I said Burnley would score. Aston Villa have been really bang average in the league so for the last few weeks. And Jaden Anthony steals in there. It's a shot that was not originally from him, that Martinez, all he can do is literally parry it straight into the path of Jaden Anthony, who follows it up and pretty much gets a nice little tap in there. And it's 1-0 to the Burnley. Didn't have that on my predictions, but I did have Burnley scoring. So now it's up to Aston Villa to try and get a result there. Or is he onside? I think he is. Is Jaden Anthony onside? Hold on, I might not have to do this yet. It's pretty tight. I think Anthony's onside for what it's worth. I feel like it's Fleming that's offside. I feel like Anthony's on. It's a pretty pass. Oh, and Morgan. Oh, no, it was not Morgan Rogers. It's Ostialov going very close there for Newcastle as well. Very close to scoring there, but alas, he did not. Yeah, it's 1-0. It's counted. West Ham win to spice things up. That would be very nice, definitely, for sure. Dewsbury Hall assist, let's go. Yeah, sorry, it was a Dewsbury Hall assist, my bad. I completely forgot to say who that assist was before. Thank you very much, chat. Tarkowski would probably... I thought it's worth... Originally, when I think I was looking at it, And like there was a world where I didn't bring in Saka and I bought in 2 defenders to replace Mukiele and Alderete. For what it's worth, I didn't do that because I actually think that Sunderland had a pretty good chance of keeping a clean sheet in game week 38 against Chelsea, which is why I ended up just not doing it. But like part of me is like, I just regret. I'm just annoyed at Michael Carrick. I'm not going to lie. I can't even sugarcoat it. There's nothing nice to say about him other than the fact that he's just not truthful. I don't like it. And I just hope that he doesn't get the job because I do not look forward to having to put up with this crap for years into the future because it's just going to well and truly annoy me. Someone that just can't be honest. Nice start my triple towers defense. Oh, yeah, that's rough. I mean, at least you didn't have to sit there and hold out for very long. Burnley again, round the back stick. Fleming can't get that under control. It's gone out for a goal kick. Burnley have started very brightly. I mean, not a surprise. You got Victor Lindelof playing in central midfield. I mean, what is Emery thinking? Like, has he completely lost the plot? Ostula running at the Forest defence, making him backtrack. He now cuts it back inside. Unfortunately, Milinkovic is there to take it off his toes. Got Welbeck instead of Hinslewood. Got Ndiaye instead of... Oh, man. That's rough. That's rough. Expected to acquire 4 points, so if he gets that, I'm fine. Far out. There's action in all these games, right? Palace are now attacking. I mean, Sar's just been absolutely KO'd there by someone. It's got to be a foul, and it is a foul. Surprised it's not a yellow card for Garner because, I mean, that's... Okay, how is that not a yellow card? I started watching the officiating in my game that I played in today. The incompetent refs. Mate, you've got a card for a reason. If it's a bookable offence, you book someone. He's got away with one there, James Garner. That should have been a yellow card all day long. Again, man, I know. I was like, and part of me was like, that was another reason. Like, I looked at Kevin Dewsbury Hall versus Saka, and because I had the exact money, I was like, I'm buying Saka. That was the only reason why I bought him. But like, part of me was like, Kevin Dewsbury Hall's going to bang, and he's already banged 5 minutes into the watch long. It's insane. Riley captain. What's that? Aston Villa team losing to Burnley in Europe. Yeah, mad, legit. Martinez Penna save. Def taxes and Burnley wiping out the clean sheets. You better believe it, baby. All my defence busted already. Mad, that's mad. I'm still convinced it is as well. For what it's worth, I think O'Reilly can definitely go really big in the next game. I feel like Crystal Palace, I don't see them playing the same team against Man City. Like, this was the game that they were playing the full-strength team in. I don't think they're going to be playing the full-strength team against Man City. They kind of know that they're cooked. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just speculating here, let's be fair. I'm hoping that's what happens because then O'Reilly might be able to march down the other end and get a goal. Everton now having to do a little bit of defending here against Palace, but they've done well there. Munoz and Strand last, and you must. Good morning, Chili. How are you? Come on, Rogers. Rogers, time to actually do something. I know. I mean, yeah, it's going to be a hate watch, let's be fair. If I not bought Munoz, I'd be 11 points up already. Good goal for Rogers owners. They must be attacked. Yeah, legit. 2 players I'm not touching next season. Morgan, yeah, for what it's worth, I will not be going anywhere near Aston Villa assets next year at all. Like, all they've done is curse me. I mean, I owned Ollie Watkins for 6 weeks for 1 bloody goal. I've owned Forest assets this season for literally no points at all. And I've owned Morgan Rogers now. This is my 3rd week owning him. At the moment, he's got me a total of 4 points and counting over those 3 weeks. It's not good enough. And not good enough. With the fixtures that they had, there was no reason for this kind of pathetic output. Everton teasing again down the outside here, but unfortunately a little bit too much on there. But they do keep it in. I think that's Roll, who I've never really paid any attention to before, keeping it in there. Nice little recovery there. Bit of recycling going on in that game. Bring Ollie back. Everyone scores with Pals with his Munoz. Yeah, probably. Carragher's, yeah, he's woeful. He's actually woeful. I'm sick of watching the crap football. You know what it is? Every man and his dog that's a United... Like, there's half the fan base think that Michael Carrick's the best thing since bloody Sir Alex Ferguson was in charge. Or since Ollie Ball was at its bloody peak. It's not good football. I can tell you what, that is not sustainable what he's doing at the moment this season. He will not get away with that next year. Like, there is no... So there's performance, results, and vision. The only thing Michael Carrick's had going for him for the time he's been in charge is the results. There's been no performance. Outside of the Man City and Arsenal games, the performances have been absolutely crap. They've actually been crapper than what they were under Amarin. And the vision, I don't know what the vision is, but I tell you what, with Steve Holland sitting next to him whispering in his ear, it's looking more and more like bloody Southgate football than anything else. And that's not a vision that I enjoy watching. Like, it's not football I enjoy watching, so hopefully he can sort it out in the summer. I just hope that I wish that they just were a competent board and an ambitious board, and they went out there and they just like, Luis Enrique, how much money do you want? Get some bloody investment into the club, get some sponsorships. So you go, you know what? You want 50 million a year? Here you go. Here's 50 million a year. Let's come and manage us. Who do you want? Let's go and buy them. But we're not that kind of club. We used to be that club about 25 years ago before the Glazers came here. Now we're here to make them money, and everyone else it gets taken along for the ride, and they're very good at PR. The one thing the Glazers and Ineos are very good at is PR. They can spin you a narrative that's utter wank and make you believe it. Morgan Rogers, that's a pathetic effort as well. He's just sat there and just tried to curl one in the top right-hand corner from just outside the box, but that was never, ever looking likely. Crystal Palace have a corner here, whipped into the box. It's headed a clear there by one of the Everton players. They try a turn on the second ball there. Crystal Palace again, nothing doing, cleared away. Nottingham Forest now going for a curler into the back stick, but unfortunately, I think it's Bakwa. I'm assuming that's Bakwa. I don't really know. Yeah, it is Bakwa. Oh, and Crystal Palace, great chance there to score for who was that? I think it was Lacroix. Or was it Cambo? Number 5, it's Lacroix. That's the 5 is Lacroix, I'm sure. And now look at that. Kevin Dewsbury Hall should have scored. Oh, dear. Oh, how's Kevin not scored there? Oh, end football. Palace with a great chance to equalise. It's literally gone from one end down to the other. And a pretty poor shot in the end from Kevin Dewsbury Hall. Otherwise, he would have had a goal and assist within the first 17 minutes. Oh, huge chance there for Everton to go 2 goals up. I mean, a huge chance for Palace to equalise as well. I'm sure that was Lacroix that had the chance as well. Unfortunately, his shot was straight at Jordan Pickford in goal. And then Kevin Dewsbury Hall, he just did not make good contact with his shot down the other end. But end-to-end action now, that is not a game that I thought was going to be this attacking, but it's been probably the pick of the 3 games so far. Are you playing and running a World Cup Fantasy League? Yes, we will be, Daniel Thomas. Keep an eye out for that. I don't know when the game launches, but we'll be making some content around that. And I won't be doing watch-alongs for all the games, but big games, maybe towards the quarter-final, semi-final stage, we'll do them. But we will be doing the England games because obviously I'm an England fan, even though I sound very Australian. That's because I live here more than... but yeah, trust me, when I've been in the UK for about 3 weeks, I sound pretty British. I've got a lot of northern mates, and northern accent with Australian accent is almost into the box there. It mingles into one, and it sounds like a real mongrel accent after a couple of weeks of me being in the UK. Oh, these games have been good to watch so far. Lots of action. Better than the games I watched yesterday. Quite often that's the way. There's one day's worth of good football, and the other day is normally rubbish. So thankfully, it looks like yesterday's, generally speaking, was the rubbish football I had to endure, which was obviously my team, Sunderland, Man United. That was a crap game of football yesterday. Absolutely crap. Yeah, Tarkowski and Kevin Gisbell from -4 next week with Sunderland at home and Spurs away. Yep. Who's actually captaining Bruno on 37 because they're rotating look horrible. For what it's worth, I think Man United play a full strength team next week, and I'm straight out the door. I'm captaining Casemiro. It's going to be his final game at Old Trafford. If there is ever a world where that man scores a goal and goes off with a big finale, it's next week. So I'm all in on Captain Casemiro. I'll probably be the only idiot that does it, but I have a strong suspicion he's going to bang next week. And I reckon Bruno Fernandes probably puts one on his head and he probably puts it into the back of the net. That's my gut read. So, yeah, I did my team last night for that, and I'm 100% going with Casemiro as my captain next week. There's some sort of fairy tale. I mean, he's either going to get sent off or he's going to score a goal, and I'm here for it either way. I mean, Aston Villa, they've not done much. I mean, typical frauds. 18 minutes in, they've done nothing in that game. Nothing. Always needed central midfielders of exceptional passing abilities. They have. Funny, I was debating who to get, Henderson or Munoz too, as also Pickford versus... Yeah, I know. Pickford, for what it's worth, like, it's hard to make a goalkeeper change in general. But, like, I wasn't convinced on Henderson at all. I didn't think Crystal Palace were going to keep a clean sheet. That's what it came down to. And I struggled to see him getting a clean sheet. So now you're hoping for DCs and them not to concede too many goals, or you're hoping for an attacking return, and most of their defenders outside of Munoz don't get attacking returns. So it's a bit like wishful thinking, if that makes sense. You're well? Yes, I am well, buddy. Very happy today after watching Celtic. Nice, turfing Rodgers and Watkins out from -4. I mean, honestly, if I had both of them, I'd sell them both after this game. I've not seen anything to get me any excited about either of them so far. Also, who the hell's playing in goal for Burnley? That's not Dubravka in goal, is it? Who is that? I should know. I read out the bloody lineup. It must have tweaked when I saw it. Oh, Weiss in goal. I mean, I must have just not been paying attention. How did I not pick that up before? Dubravka's not playing. That's interesting. Whole club with UCL confirmed should be full on focus getting Bruno past the record. Yeah, exactly. Character. I mean, Joshua was when he started last night, I was like, at best, we're going to draw this game 0-0, which is the best result that we could have got. I just knew that we weren't going to do anything because of the fact that he's crap. Like, literally, you could put a wet mop out there and they'd probably have more of a chance of scoring a goal than what Joshua Zirkzee does. He's just not a threat. I don't know what he is as a footballer. I don't know how anyone thought it was a good idea to pay £36 million for him either. Actually, it feels more than that. It feels 38. I think the release clause was 36 and we agreed to play 2 million more so we could spread it out over 4 years because we're an incompetent club. Oh, God, some of the signings we've made under this board are just horrendous. Not sure whether to go for Szoboszlai, Rice or Bruno G in for Rodgers and Gyökeres or Thiago in for Watkins. I feel like Thiago's the better pick out of those ones. Right, I'm off to buy some RC balls. Laquire 5. Yes, I was right. So it was Laquire with a shot. I was pretty confident it was Laquire when I saw it, but because I've got all the screens open at once, I was a little bit unsure. And now here we go. Morgan Rogers down the ground. You absolute fraud. Get up. Stop diving around. Start getting me a goal, baby. Stop whining at the ref. We know you love a yellow card and just a troll performance, which is kind of what I'm expecting, to be honest. But it would be nice if you could actually do something. That would be nice. I mean, that is a foul. Let's be fair. I do understand where he's come from. The old Kevin. Give me that Osula goal. I mean, yeah. Sells is down here needing some treatment here for Nottingham Forest. Don't know what happened there. If you captain Casemiro, then I'm captaining Donkey. Villa came from making European finals to behind versus... But I know, it's unbelievable. Yeah, Weiss is in goal. I wonder why Dubravka's been benched. Maybe I don't know why. Zirkzee looks so lethargic, like he just had dinner. I mean, yeah, that's a nice way of putting it, let's be fair. I took out Rodgers and Verts for a -4 for next week, put in Palmer and Pascal Gross. I mean, Pascal Gross, how he got that assist yesterday, man? It's just jokes how he keeps on getting a return. I really don't rate him, but I understand that other people do. But for me, I'm just like, really? He's a hard player to get excited about. I think that's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, it's just one of them weird ones, isn't it? Zirkzee, mate, I think Zirkzee's worse than Frost, but Frost is the Joshua Zirkzee of the footium world, 100%. He's so bad. Frost, I watch Frost, and every time he has a shot, I know it's not going in. Aston Villa trying to get in behind here again, nothing doing. Now there's a ball recovered. Can they get a ball into the box? Oh, it's all very one-paced football here for Aston Villa. That's crap. That's actually crap what they're playing. Absolute rubbish. They should be ashamed of what they're doing at the moment. Why didn't Ineos give Maguire a new contract? Because we do things on the cheap. I don't believe in buying decent players. And you know what? You know what Ineos did? They thought, you know what? We can probably go to Harry and go, you know, you're a bit older now. You're like 32 years old. What are you on like? What was he on? Like 100? I'm going to say it was on like 180 or 150 grand a week. They probably said, you know what? You want a 1-year contract, we'll pay you 100,000. And he was probably like, you know what? Yeah, that sounds all right. And that way we don't have to go and spend 50 million on a new centre-back. That's 100% what it is. It's the board being cheap and having no ambition. That's why Harry Maguire got a new contract. Like, he's been good this season. Let's be fair, he's been good. But he's 32. He might even be older than 32. His limitations are well on vision now. Like, he's slow. He's never going to get any quicker because he's actually just going to get slower because he's older. And he's got more injury prone. So, like, why are we... It's just... It's poor vision from the board. The board are just not very good. They're not fit for purpose. There's a reason why Ineos took over... What was it? Nice? And Nice have fired like 6 or 7 managers or whatever it is in the time that they've been there, and the fans don't like them because they're crap. They don't know how to run a football club. But some United fans haven't woken up to this yet, that they think that just because it's not the Glazers solely, it's actually better. It's actually probably worse having Ineos and the Glazers together because it's now 2 bunch of idiots running the circus rather than one. At least the Glazers had some sort of a plan. Their plan was, let's buy a superstar, let's sell shirts. At least that was some sort of coherent plan. Ineos don't have a plan. I mean, so Jim Ratcliffe came out and said that we're going to win the title next season, like when he first took over. There is no way in the world we're winning the title next season unless they go and spend like £1 billion. We all know that's not going to happen, let's be fair. Everton, nice little play into the box there. Unfortunately, doesn't come to anything. 18-point red arrow. Haaland killed me. And Cherky. I mean, yeah, the Cherky 1-pointer, that was rough. That was rough. But I did say, if I was going to buy a midfielder this week, it was going to be Doku all day long. And Doku, boy, did he deliver. His performance yesterday was incredible. He was clearly best on ground by some distance in that game. Definitely deserved the 3 bonus points, even though he only got the 1 attacking return. He was unplayable yesterday. He was that good. Osula, shot blocked. I mean, he's got such a good turn. When he gets the ball, he's got really good feet in terms of just opening it up for himself and then just getting his shot away. Like, he's got a very good touch, move it to the right and then shoot, or move it to the left and then shoot. Like, he just looks good. He looks like a proper centre forward, Osula. There's something about him I really like. As a footballer. And I've not really watched that much of Newcastle this year that intently, or say much of him, because he's only played like 7 games or whatever it is. Every time I've watched him, though, he's looked incredible. Obviously, he scored that wonder goal against Man United, so maybe I'm slightly biased, but that was some hit for sure. Carrick will play Shaw, Martinez, Maguire and Daly next season. We'll get cooked. Mate, we're going to get absolutely royally pumped in the Champions League. I'm not excited for it. It'll be good because I'll be doing UCL watch-alongs when Man United are playing, if anyone's interested in that. But look, I'm very much looking forward to the lack of sleep and being angry the next day because I just don't think we're going to do very well in the Champions League. And I think we'll probably be lucky to get out of the group stage based on how good our squad looks at the moment. I mean, Everton have been... Crystal Palace are giving them a lot of room. I think Crystal Palace are going to get rolled in the second half. Far out. Burnley, Fleming's almost scored again. I mean, what are Aston Villa doing? Yes, Dubravka did get injured in the last game. That's correct. Mainly Burnley have a plan to move Dubravka and want to get the backup goalie some games. So this could be true. Maybe the Man United board don't want to chat. Yeah, exactly. What Bateman said. I mean, they just don't like spending money. Let's be fair. Obviously, Ineos didn't buy Anthony. That was under the old regime. The Glazers just solely in charge there. But Ineos have made it pretty clear they're not going to spend over a certain amount on a player. And they keep on playing. They keep on, what's the word I'm looking for? They keep on preaching that we're poor or we haven't got that much money to spend. Dude, so Jim Ratcliffe's meant to be Richard's most wealthy billionaire. How do we not have money to spend? Are you just telling me that we're owned by someone that doesn't want to spend a penny because he's a billionaire? I mean, that's just crap. I don't buy that. He's not a fan. He's not a Man United fan. Or else he'd just sit there and make us good again, but just buy what we need. And stuff the rules. I mean, Man City said stuff the rules. So have Chelsea. What are they getting? A fine or what is it? 195 charges swept under the rug? I can't remember how many charges Man City got because they've been investigating it for about 5 years and they just don't want to release the findings because they know that it's going to cook Man City and they need Man City in the Premier League. So, look, if Man City can get away with that, well, I reckon just go and spend what you want and just get on with it. Lord Maguire, Rice are getting Nice are getting relegated. Yeah, that's mad, isn't it? That is mad. Maguire's 33. There we go. He's even older. We'll finish 10th next season. Yeah, I've got us actually finishing in the bottom half next season. I've got no confidence, no optimism for next season. I think that the board are incompetent. They're going to leave us with they're going to probably buy 3 players and our squad needs about 8 to be competitive in Europe and in the Premier League and not run into a Spurs-like Newcastle type season. our board's not that competent. They're going to say, oh, we haven't got enough money for more than 3 players. Plus, if anyone noticed how many weeks it took for them to buy Brian and Boomo last year, Brian and Boomo said he only wanted Man United. Man United kept trying to haggle with Brentford for what felt like 8 weeks before they eventually signed him. I mean, that's how crap our board are at doing transfers. They're not very good at doing it. And I don't see a world where they're going to learn how to become good over the summer. Like, they need to be on the phone right now and agreeing deals so that way when as soon as the window opens before the World Cup, we're buying players. You can guarantee there won't be anyone bought before the World Cup. 100%. Unless West Ham get relegated, then they might buy Mateus Fernandes, who I believe they do have some sort of a deal in place with if they get relegated. To be honest, he wouldn't be a bad signing, but he can't be the only midfield signing or else we are cooked. My God, Burnley almost in again. Well, I don't know what Aston Villa are doing. Fleming Gaming 38 versus Wolves, we'll be there. Yeah, it could be a good punt, to be honest. I like that, Greg. Don't mind that at all. Brian win the Europa League next season. For what it's worth, I feel like an English club should be winning. An English club should really be winning the Conference League and the Europa League every single season because their budget is always going to be the best in that competition, unless there's a world where Real Madrid, Barcelona just have a shocking year and end up finishing 6th, which it never looks like happening, but there is a world where it does. That's the only reason that they should never win. Because there's never going to be a team that's good enough to beat them on a regular basis. It'll be a one-off fluke result if they end up not winning, if that makes sense. A Ghana yellow. 130 charges jumped from 115. There we go. I knew it was something. I knew it was over 100. I couldn't remember the exact number. I was like, what happened to him? Like, when are they ever going to release what the findings are? I mean, like, they've been found guilty. What's the punishment? It's the punishment that got swept under the rug. Literally swept under the rug. Like, no one knows what's going on. They've stopped reporting about it. It's ridiculous. All scrub team video and game fair. Yeah, mate, you better believe it. Yeah, there's a few Man United players in it, baby. A few Man United players in it, 100%. Half the United squad's in it. Mason Mount will be joining them. Oh, Nottingham Forest. Oh, that was a great cutback. Unfortunately, they couldn't quite find anyone there in the box. Newcastle now playing out. Burnley defending that set piece well. They're not trying hard to give the ball away, but they haven't. Crystal Palace now going forward. Sarr playing it out to the right. Munoz plays it back into Sarr. Sarr goes for goal. Sarr goes for goal again and scores. Ismail Sarr has scored for Crystal Palace. There's no assist there. He had the initial shot blocked and the secondary shot has come back to him and he's made it 1-1. I mean, I just turned on to look at that game and I've just seen a goal. Happy days. Ismail Sarr, no assist in that goal. It would have been a Munoz assist, but alas, Ismail Sarr had a shot. It was blocked. It fell back to him, and then he scored. I'm just double checking that is correct. But, yeah, it's a good goal. Sarr's looking like the most dangerous player out there for Palace. And Munoz, as always, gets into really good attacking positions. Plays it in, yeah. It's a shot that's blocked, and then it's gone back to him. Definitely no assist on that. It is a Ismail Sarr goal. Oh, my God. Losing the plot of your D-Unit. 1-1 in that game. We're on track for the 2-1 result there. That game has definitely been the pick of the games. Both teams looking really good going forward, which is surprising because I thought that was going to be the most boring of the games, to be fair. But it's actually been the most interesting. Apparently close to Edison from Atalanta. Yeah, I don't know what... to be honest with you, Man United's record... Oh, Nottingham Forest, they should have scored. I don't know how they haven't scored there. Oh, far out. I don't know if that was Nick Pope, wonder save, or was some Newcastle bloke getting in the way. But it looked like Nottingham Forest were going to score then. A great ball into the box from Bakwa. I mean, Pope gets into no man's land and then somehow as he's retreating, gets his hand to a save. I mean, he's horribly out of position, but somehow manages to stop that from going in because 100% that was going in. I mean, it was poor play, but then very good play from Nick Pope, preserving the 0-0 scoreline that is currently existing in that game. All right, let's update that score. Well, Kanji's finally got a return. He picked Ismail Sarr as his differential this week in the pubcast differentials, and he has scored, but now he's down injured and looks like he's going to need a little bit of attention. Now, I think he's just winded, so don't stress. Does look like he's just holding his chest there briefly. I think he's just been run into. Let's have a look. Oh, that's a bit... I mean, Sar's just catching his breath. He'll be fine. He'll be fine, folks. He's not injured. He's just been pumped into. He'll run that one off, I think. It's not much in that, to be fair. He's made a bit of a meal of that. A bit of a meal of that. He's back up and running. He's good. Apparently close to, yeah, Edison. I'm not keen on... I'm just not keen. Man United should have learnt their lesson. When was the last time we bought a player from Serie A that was any good? Can anyone tell me the last time we bought a player from Serie A that was a good footballer? I'm trying to think. Veron came from, obviously, Italy. I know that Pogba went to Juventus, but, you know, we kind of knew who he was already. I wouldn't say that we plucked him. We already knew him. He was at our academy for years. So I'm not going to say that he came from Italy. And, look, even his record is a bit questionable, but not that bad. That looked like a penalty, but it's not. Munoz is then fouled. That has to be a foul, Munoz, and it is. Kevin Drismell is going to get himself booked if he doesn't sit there and stop. He's got away one there, I reckon. All right, ball into the box here for Aston Villa again. Just no good. Absolutely useless. I mean, for what it's worth, James Garner pushes that bloke over in the box. I think it's Strand Larson. He definitely pushes Strand Larson over in the box. It is a bit soft. It would be soft. I don't think there's enough there for a penalty, but you know, it was pretty clumsy. You don't really want to be doing that. It runs the risk that you don't really want to be involved with anyway. It's a free kick here for Palace anyway, to the right of the just to the right outside the box, about 5 or so meters out. I think it's going to be. Is it Daniel Munoz standing over it? No, it's not. Sorry, it's number 11. All right, ball in here. It's a great ball in. Oh, far out. It was well defended by Everton, to be honest. Very well defended there by the Everton defence. They clear the danger. Now there's a Burnley player down that looks like he needs a little bit of a timeout. Any hope for us TC O'Reilly guys still? Yes, there's always another game, and there's probably another clean sheet coming, which means he's going to... I mean, for what it's worth, I think that any time you get a player that scores over 10 points on a triple captain's probably a good score. So O'Reilly gets another clean sheet. He's probably going to be on 11 points. If he does somehow manage to get a goal, he could end up on 21. Like, I was like, part of me is like, if I get over 15 points, I'll be very, very happy. But I'll be happy if it just got over 10, and I'll be pretty happy with that as well. So, yeah, even though like I know that Haaland's already on 11, I understand that. But there is a world where Haaland blanks in the next game and O'Reilly bangs. So, and I feel like O'Reilly goes down the left-hand side, right? And Daniel Munoz can occasionally get caught out of position. So maybe O'Reilly can take advantage in that game, which will be interesting to see. It'll also be interesting to see if Daniel Munoz starts it as well, to be honest. Buying referees. Yes, they did. There are no consequences. Exactly. We're only looking at Edison because Wilcox... mate. Wilcox... You know what the problem is? Wilcox thinks he's... Oh, Watkins has scored. I thought it was Rodgers, but it's Watkins. Oh, that hurts. I was like, they do look pretty similar. And I was like, it's a great ball in. I don't even think it's... Rodgers isn't even involved. And Watkins has scored. It's 1-1 there. Aston Villa have scored 38 minutes in. And it's Ollie Watkins with the goal on his head. Literally put on his head. I don't know who got the assist. They are... I mean, maybe they're looking for an offside here. I'm not sure. It did look like... I mean, he was literally by himself. I'll have to watch the replay back. Let's see who got it. Is he onside? It's going to be tight. Oh, he's offside. Oh, Ollie Watkins is a fraud, man. I bet that's a Rodgers' assist as well, but he's going to be offside. That's offside. It's not going to count. Ollie Watkins is going to have that. Yeah, it's definitely offside. It has to be offside. And it would have been a Rodgers assist as well. I mean, these guys, Ollie Watkins, you fraud. You're like bloody Taddy. How hard is it to stay on side, mate? How hard is it to stay on side? That's 100% that's offside. That has to be offside. To the naked eye, that is offside. You don't have to, what are we looking at? Maybe the bloke on the far side's playing him on? Oh, man, it's close. It looked offside to me. For what it's worth, I reckon it's off. And it is, of course it is. These absolute trolls, just when you think you're going to get some points from these absolute bums, they just take it away. Ollie Watkins, that's crap. Kim Munoz the assist. Would you like take a look at Enrique? But you would also have to sign Benderson and start him every game. No, I'd not accept Luis Enrique if I had to suffer that. So because I own him, fair. Official no assist. Can't believe Palace going full strength. Munoz is no gross. Our mate's back again. Good to see. Glad someone banned him. I hadn't even caught up that far in the chat. Let's hope for a recurring link up with these two and assist happens next time. Came from Palmer. He was useful. Yes. Yeah, that was a long time ago. Yeah, offside. Offside. Rogers assist. I mean, they just take it away. They give and they take away. Palace almost getting in again then. I mean, they're so crap. They're so crap. Yeah, Rogers. I mean, it's not. This isn't on Rogers. Rogers actually had a very good assist, but Ollie Watkins, man, how hard is it? It was so funny today, right? When I was playing, I obviously played my first game of the season. One of the things I do, I'm a striker, right? And I know how to stay on side. I'm so good at just delaying my run and just shuffling along like alongside the defender and then going when the ball's played. I don't know how Ollie Watkins, he's a perennial offender. A perennial offender at just running offside. He has a lot of offside goals ruled out for like just going too early and not having awareness of where he is. And there was no reason for him to go early there. He's just not paying attention. Xerxes was a great signing. Just can't have nice things, can you? No, you can't. It's a goal this time for Aston Villa. It's Ross Barkley, though. And I don't know who got the assist on that. I don't know who took the corner. I think it might be Cash. Who took the corner? Whoever took the corner's got the assist. But yeah, it's 1-1. Aston Villa have equalised. It's Ross Barkley this time that's got the goal. A very nice header off the corner. Who took that corner? It's not going to be Rogers, is it? Who took that corner? It's not Rogers. Rogers is in the box, so I know it's not him. That's a good goal. Ross Barkley's equalised. It's 1-1. Oh, and Everton should be 2-1 up, and they not. Somehow it's cleared off the line there. I thought it was going to be 2-1, but it's not. Yeah, I think it's McGinn with the assist. Yeah, McGinn. I said McGinn. Someone asked on the... Matt Perry asked me. I was like, if you want a wild punt, go with McGinn. And of course, it's McGinn that gets the assist because bloody Watkins can't stay on side. That absolute fraud. Oh, that sucks. Good old McGinn. Disappointing. Disappointing. It's always the way. Henderson, nice to save there. What are they claiming? Handball here for what? That didn't look like a handball. I don't think it was a handball. Don't know what they're asking for. Anyways, it's cleared off the line. It looks like it's going to be another Everton corner. Everton definitely been causing some issues for Crystal Palace here off the corners. Richard's doing a couple of hamstring stretches. Stretching the legs out. Sir Lord Barkley. McGinn on before World Cup. Yeah, he is. Oh, what are they waiting for here in this Crystal Palace Everton game? Just get on with the game. Oh, here we are. Everton about to take the corner. It's another goal ball into the box. Another well-won ball. Flicked on, but it is cleared this time by Tyreek Mitchell, I think. Now the counter's on. Palace play it quick. Oh, can they get the next ball? No, they couldn't. It was actually a very good foul there by Mikalenko. He is going to earn himself a yellow card. That's the first yellow card I've seen shown in that game. Actually, James Garner also got booked. Sorry, my apologies. I forgot about that one. I haven't updated the scores, you absolute tool. There we go. Sorry. The scores are updated. Burnley versus Aston Villa, now 1-1. I mean, Nottingham Forest, Newcastle. yeah, there hasn't been too many chances in that game. I mean, but I say that now, Nottingham Forest to break into the box. There's going to be, I thought they were about to take a shot, but they didn't. They're playing it back. A little bit more rinse and repeat. Also, just missed a good chance. I know it's so annoying when it's like sometimes when you bring a player in, like, it either bangs straight off the gate and you're like, oh, this is good. I made a good move here. And then other times you're like, what the hell? And like, they just seem to like, literally, it's like you brought them in and like, they just want to just make your life misery by just points dodging for days. It's so frustrating. It can be so frustrating. All right, Everton versus Crystal Palace. That game's just hit half time. We're into injury time in the other two games now. There's a couple more minutes left in the Burnley Aston Villa game. Ditto Nottingham Forest Newcastle. It's still got another minute to run until half time there. Oh, far out. That was a bit dangerous. Dan Burn and Anderson both going in with kind of high feet, but it's the Nottingham Forest man has ended up on top. He's now picked the ball up, edge of the box. Plays a really good ball in. Unfortunately, there's a bit too much on it and does go out for a goal kick. 0.1%, that's mad. Such a good... I mean, when they bang at that level, I remember last year, I had so many 0.1%ers. That 5 weeks of Phil Foden magic last year when Saka went down injured and I bought Foden, that 5 weeks last year, I reckon that took me from 100k inside the top 10k that 5 weeks under Phil Foden. He was just not owned. And no one else around that rank owned him. And he delivered like 57 points in 5 weeks or whatever it was. And I sold him the week he blanked. I mean, that was how good I was reading it last year. This year, the same kind of luck has not existed. That's criminal. Lazy sods. 4 points of a green unit. Oscillator to score. Come on, baby. Actually, let's do this. And Will Watkins return in the second half. They're not going to. I mean, I feel like the answer to this poll in my heart is a no. It has to be a no. They're such frauds. Sarah's living proof to ignore content creators, expected minutes. Yeah, for what it's worth, I actually thought, I just didn't like Palace assets in general because of the fact I didn't think they were going to keep clean sheets. And I don't think Sar's going to do much against City. I did think, for what it's worth, I thought Crystal Palace would score today. I just didn't know who was going to score. But yeah, Sar, I mean, yes, you're putting your money on Sar or Munoz being involved if Palace have scored, and they've scored, so not a surprise, really. In reality, it would have been both of them because Munoz did pass it over to Sar, but or far out. I thought then for a second Aston Villa were going to get him, but they didn't yet again. Oh, Watkins and Rodgers, man, they're such frustrating players. It's so weird because I owned them last season, and every time I owned Rodgers and Watkins last year, they scored. I owned them, and they got me so many points last year, and then this year, they've got me none. They've literally been the biggest curse going. Like, it's just crap. I love that. Live FPL. Look at this. This is hilarious. Goal. Ollie Watkins. Assist. Morgan Rogers. This is what it's done to your rank. Oh, wait. No. Goal disallowed. Your life rank was affected. You better bloody believe it, mate. Oh, dear. Oh, Christ. Ah. I still actually couldn't believe how rusty I was today. I was actually shocked by how crap I was. I'm my own harshest critic when I play as well. I was bad. I was actually really bad. I needed to be put down. The worst thing was, I only played like the last half an hour. I was like, I probably only got half an hour in me. Like, don't want to come back and just go full pelt. And I wasn't very good. I still annoyed at myself. Like, the chance I had, I couldn't have asked for much more. I got past the defender. The goalkeeper had come out. All I had to do was lob it over the goal. It wasn't an easy finish, but it was definitely one that it's not beyond me. I'm just annoyed. I feel like if I'd not had 2 years off from playing, I probably would have put it away, but it was annoying. It was frustrating. That's for sure. Very frustrating. Voted yes purely on hope rather than expectation. Legit Bruno G goal in the second half. Yeah, I mean, maybe. Sandry, maybe. Fact. Still about 25 off a green. Nuno Muno's hat-trick. Yeah, I'm miles off a green, to be honest. I think last time I checked. I mean, a lot of my players do play in the next game, so it's not like a lot of people have had more players play than me, but it's not looking good at the moment. But then it can all change, right? So, like, there's a world where it all just changes in the second game week. Like, all of a sudden, Nico O'Reilly scores a goal, Haaland blanks, and all of a sudden, my live rank will go the complete other way. It's just, yeah. I'm 14 points off a green arrow. It's insane, isn't it? That's unbelievable. Having said, I've got a lot of players that haven't played, so I'm not too concerned. I suppose we'll just find out in a little bit if I'm correct. I mean, Gabriel's not making me any points. 81% owned. 91% top 10K. Wow, there's 9% in the top 10K don't actually have him still. That's mad. Raya is only 37% owned, so I'm going to make points out of him if he returns. Ditto Sucker. He's making me a lot of points at my rank, only 19% owned where I am. That's why I bought him, because I was like, he's probably going to be a differential at my rank, and he is. And Jared Bowen's on 13%. So hopefully he gets DC. Christ, what's the game become when you're thinking you're hoping for crap like that? It's a sign of how bad the game's become. Southgate, Tarkovsky, man, that's the stuff of dreams. Like, that's what you want. Like, even though they've conceded, they've all got the attacking returns, haven't they? Oh, that's brilliant. Burnt many this season. Yeah, man. Ollie Watkins at the start of the season, never again. 5-point player, what a time to be alive. Yeah. In the Europa League, they are banging goals, but in the league, they're just so underwhelming. Yep. I think we need a psychologist to analyse why some of us make some... Benching Sarah, transferring out Watkins, let me go touch grass. Oh, God. It happens. It happens. Honestly, I feel like normally seasons can be a little bit luck-based. And my luck has not been in most of the year. I accepted it a long time ago. But I said last year, I'll own the rank. I owned the 4,881 finish. And I'll own wherever the hell I end up this year, which will be in the top million, you would hope. Surely I can't go outside of that. I never know. It could happen. Let's be fair. It could happen. But hopefully it doesn't. Will Yockers be top of the FPL review points getters to game week 3? I think probably, unless he doesn't start today. Actually, we should have the lineups out for that. Not just yet. Bruno G second goal. Yeah, maybe. How do you bench Sarah at double game week? Even 3 points is better than 2. Fair. The 2 biggest regrets this season have been owning Rodgers and then bringing him back for the Wolves fixture. Oh, yeah. I'm going to change 50 incoming for us, geniuses. Wait till you reach 40D. That's when life really begins. That's what I love to hear, Zygel. I'm looking forward to that in September. Stop the clock. Oh, yes, thank you. I forgot about that. Didn't even realise the clock was still on. There we go. We're playing 54 minutes during half-time, boys. There's still a game going on somewhere. Colin with the help. Template is just too strong. My punch just didn't work. Casemiro Mongo shows. Yeah, for what it's worth, I don't think the template's too strong. I think it's just you need a bit of luck. That's all it is. That's all it is. Like, look at some of the players that have returned this week. Hold on. That no one was really talking about. Like I said, Doku, right? If you'd gone Doku instead of Cherky or Semenyo this week, you were banging. Like, and I said he was on my 1 week punts this week. I was very hot on Doku this week. He's already on 11 points. Like, the template is not too strong. Unfortunately, you just need luck to get it to come in. Like, a lot of people have sold Senesi for Gabriel. He's now got 22 points the last 2 weeks. Tarkowski, again, I said he was a pretty good shout from this week onwards. He's already on at least 7 points this week. Where are we at? Mukiele, he's not template. He's been banging. He's got 17 points the last 2 weeks. I mean, Gibbs White hasn't been template. Unfortunately, he got the head injury, which is not ideal. Dewsbury Hall, again, 6.5% ownership, not template, banging it. Bowen hasn't been template all season, and he's still the 4th top scoring forward in the game. He's got 171 points this year, Bowen. I think it's on track to beat what he got last year. He might end up being the 2nd top scoring forward in the game, Bowen. He's only 6 points behind Thiago. That's incredible. What else have we got? Who else is not template here? It's hard to believe. Gravenberch is like so high up in the midfielders for points this season. It's just ridiculous. Like Ryan obviously smashed Tavernier again, not template. I just think you do need a little bit of luck. You need good sight. Some seasons you definitely have it more than others for whatever reason. If you do play the differential game, some years you do end up with more luck. And like I come back to what I was talking about my own team. I don't know how Saka's going to go next. He could be really good. But I did weigh up buying Kevin Dewsbury Hall versus Saka, and I had 4.2 million in the bank. And I was like, well, I'm going to buy the player and spend all the money in the bank. That's just the way I play normally. And normally that prior to this season, team value has been very important in the game. This season, alas, it does not. And again, Kevin Dewsbury Hall, what is he, 5.2 million, banging in the points yet again. And it could well be that I got that decision wrong once again. I feel like a lot of the players I've been picking between this year, I've gone more with the wrong one more often than I've gone with the right one, which has just been a little bit annoying, but it is what it is. 26 red still. When Roberto picks a player in the 5% game, you know he'll do something. Yeah, when he picks a really weird one, 100%. Roberto's actually been really good. He's actually been better than Gary. Gary's tactic has been pick a player playing Burnley or pick a double game week player. Roberto's picks have actually been brilliant. It's really weird though, because obviously when I do the 1 week punts, I pick under 10% own. We're going to change the rules for next year to make it under 10%. So I think I'll do much better next year because I'm used to picking players that are in that 6 to 10% rather than under 5. Because I spend most of my time, the differentials video, I base it off under 10%. So I spend more time looking at the 5 to 10% rather than the under 5. But that's just generally speaking what I do. The defender should have sold was Virgil in hindsight. I already had Tarko and Mukiele and sold him for bench boost. That's unlucky. That's actually unlucky. Yeah, Gay did really well last night. 9 points. That was really good. I mean, it's annoying. I've got 2 City defenders and they both got booked and got 5 points. It was really annoying, the Mateus Nunes one, because Mateus Nunes was actually on track to get a bonus point and 7 points. And then that booking took him out of the bonus, which was a little annoying, but it is what it is. Actually, I don't know if he would have got it in the end anyway, because Marmoush obviously scored the goal, didn't he? And Haaland got the assist. I feel like he still would have got it because he had that goal line clearance. Like Mateus Nunes had a goal line clearance in the first half. I feel like he might have snuck a bonus point still if he'd just not got, if he just not got himself that yellow card. Oh, it's so annoying. The way Man City play, you know that they do run the risk of that, but yeah, it was a little bit annoying, but it is what it is. They're both on track to get like 10 pointers at the moment, minimum this week, you would think. For what it's worth, I actually thought both Semenyo and Cherky were pretty poor yesterday. I definitely felt like Docker was the pick of the players, but that was just, I suppose that's just what I watched. Pay less tax with HNRY, okay. Far out. What month were you in? 10th of May. I almost forgot to bloody pay my my car insurance the other day. I had to ring him up. I ran over, completely forgot about it. And then I was like, I got an email saying, your car insurance and policy has officially been cancelled. I was like, oh, that's not good. Better ring up and sort that out. That's how busy I've been. I've forgotten to do stuff like that. That's not good. It's going to be interesting. I've just worked out. I was doing this on the weekend. I was just talking to the missus before. We're watching the show Man on Fire on Netflix. That was a pretty good show, to be honest. It definitely set up for season 2, 100%. And we were watching that, and then afterwards I was like talking about, because my principal's literally been training me up for like the last year and a half or whatever to take over from her. And the original plan was she was going to leave at the end of the year, right? End of school year, which would have been in December. She's now looking at leaving at the end of term 3, which is in 16 weeks. And she's having another 3 weeks off at the beginning of next term. So, yeah, I've got 13 weeks left to learn as much as I can before I'm going to be running the show. I've been running the show the last 3 weeks, but I tell you what, I've been really tired. I've enjoyed a nice sleep in yesterday and today, and then we're back to the grind again tomorrow. But yeah, I'm looking forward. She's coming back to like do some consultative stuff, but essentially she's like, you want to run something, you do it and go with it. I was like, sweet, let's do it. All right, let's get the graphic up for the second half. Second half is literally about to get underway. Crystal Palace, Everton are out on the field. Nottingham Forest and Newcastle. Nottingham Forest are going to make a change here, I believe, at half-time. I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, Everton versus Crystal Palace is officially underway. We're going to go with that as the timer. So we'll whack that timer back on the start for the second half here. There we go. Second half underway. Let's see if we get a Morgan Rogers or Ollie Watkins goal. At the moment, no, 56%. Pretty even vote so far, to be honest. Interesting. And then you see Morgan Rogers subbed off at halftime. Ollie Watkins subbed off at halftime. Like, that's it. I'll just pull the trigger. You are gone out of the team. Pal's nice early ball into the box there. Onto Jorgen Strand-Larsen's head, but let's be fair. When he's not playing Burnley, he doesn't score goals, and he didn't score a goal there either. Yeah, I'm running again this week, yeah. I'm pretty much running the school now column for what it's worth. My boss is actually coming back for a couple of hours a day, but essentially I'm taking over the office. And I bought the same chair. I'm really looking forward to this. So the chair I've got here, great run from Beto. Beto scores. What a goal from Beto. At the start of the second half here, Everton retake the lead and Beto delivering the goods. And it's 2-1 there. Everton regain their advantage and Beto put that away emphatically. The man has been in form. He is definitely someone that's been in form. And here is another example of how you can take on the template, folks. James Beto is Betoing everyone's a rank that's got him upwards. Good old Beto. What a goal. Everton retake the lead. 2-1 now. Right, Everton have scored stupidly early in both halves now. I mean, Beto just... what's Lacroix doing? He got turned inside out by Beto, and then Beto just finished straight through Jordan Henderson. A fantastic finish, that one. Beto. The James Beto. Yeah, Beto. Watched great film Netflix last night with Adam Bridges as sub. Teacher was very good. Think it's called Diversion, yes. Going template with chip strategy next season. Us grown-ups do, mate. We'll be 40 now. Yeah. I've got to adult occasionally. I don't like doing it, but it does have to be done. There we go. Score updated. 2-1. By the way, Burnley versus Aston Villa is about to get underway. That game seems to be quite a few minutes behind the other ones. But yeah, they're actually going to be starting about 3 minutes after the Crystal Palace Everton game recommenced at half-time. There we go. They are now officially underway as well in the Burnley versus Aston Villa game for the second half. Who got the assist? Oh my God, I did not pay attention who got the assist. Middle's on track for 0 points. Yeah, I mean, that's why I said, like, I wasn't keen on Palace defenders. I just didn't think they were keeping a clean sheet. And I was like, how many goals are they going to concede? And if they're conceding lots of goals, you're probably better off just going for a defender that looks like they're going to keep a clean sheet. So that was my reasoning behind why I had no interest in Palace. And I quite liked my midfield and attack. It's just have done nothing. Story of my life. Tark's assist. Nah, is it actual? Wow, Tarkowski's having a game, eh? I mean, that's unbelievable. Hold on, let's refresh that. Go back there. Refresh. Oh my God, what am I doing? There we go. Sorry. I'm looking at the wrong game. What am I doing here? Wow, yeah, Tarkowski goal and... No, he didn't. Oh, James Garner. No, yeah, sorry, he did. Oh my God, what am I looking at here? Yeah, James Tarkowski goal and assist. He's on a 10-pointer. Can you believe that? That's only good enough for 2 bonus points because he's conceded a goal. That's actually ridiculous. No, only 10 points. 11 points. It'll be 12 points with the thing. Show's gone to crap because I went risky and brought in Doku Sarr. Clearly I need to be this bold next season. Like it, Roman. No, he's been given an assist. Ben White starts MLS and midfield. Get in. Brought Tarkowski in for Stroik. We need Palace to score to then. If Brighton beat Leeds, we officially qualify for Europe. Fair. Everton players in next week. For what it's worth, I feel like Everton got a harder game next week. Sunderland is not an easy fixture, I don't think. They are pretty solid defensively. But Everton are playing good football at the moment, so I do think I'd fancy... I'm not going to be playing my Sunderland defence next week. I can tell you that much. Well, maybe I should because they banged again this week, but I didn't think they would. Palace have had their moments, though. Like, they've had a few decent attacking options. They just... I mean, Canvo just had a wild shot, and that was never going to be doing anything. Ugh. Just watching Aston Villa attack, man. I mean, I'm just sick of watching. Why have I mean, Morgan Rogers and Ollie Watkins, my 9 weeks combined owning them, have got 1 attacking return over those 9 weeks. It's actually unbelievable. Like, what is that? That's a quarter of a season, pretty much. With frauds. With absolute frauds. Yeah, EFC on fire. If in doubt, never sell Tark. Must remember that. Yeah, James Tarkowski. I mean, there was a lot of people buying him. A very long-range shot there from, I think, Bruno G. Direct off the free kick that has not missed by much. It's a mile out. But it's missed by a good metre and a half. He did hit it, though. And it went away late, but yeah, I mean, yeah, it wasn't on target, so it's not really hurting anyone, is it? Go for number 1 in the world, mate. I always start every year to go number 1 in the world. FPL is definitely about how well you start. Like the year before, when I had the really, really good rank and I was within, I think the highest I got last year was game week 31. I was 853, 807 in the world. And I was within like 80 points of world number 1, and I still had 3 chips to play. And, oh, wow. What a hit from James Garner. That's a good save from Pickford. That's a direct free kick. Slight deflection there off the defender and just standing in front of it. And it's it almost caught Henderson out, but good save in the end. Yeah, I just need to have a better start. I mean, like I started like with 38 points. No, I started with 35, 34, 38. That was on my first 3 weeks. My starting team was garbage. But I just had had faith in the wrong teams. I didn't think Spurs were going to be any good after last year. And ironically, Spurs were so bad past like that first 6 or 7 weeks. And yet they just really banged. Like if you had double defense in those first 6, 7 weeks, they got so many points. And yet, you know, they've been crap the rest of the season. It's like Nottingham Forest, no clean sheets at the beginning of the year. They've actually had quite a few now over the rest of the season. But like, you better believe at the time I owned them, they had nothing and got no... I mean, Milinkovic still doesn't have a goal this season. Like, he got 5 goals last season and this year he's got none. Like, the drop-off, it just wasn't there. I didn't think that drop-off was going to happen. But it did. Sometimes it's just the way it works. But it's annoying, but it happens to you, I suppose. Yeah, and I haven't owned Salah all season. Like, I was pretty hot that Salah was going to be crap this year. That's one of the few things I feel like I did dodge well. It's just, unfortunately, I didn't dodge. I mean, the DC killed me, man, because it's not something I've enjoyed. I said it at the start of the season. I think it's a crap addition. I said it before one ball was kicked. And the longer the game's gone on, I still think it's a horrendous addition and has no place in the game. But Mark Souvens loves it because he's probably getting money out of selling it off to Scout and all the crap that goes on with it. I definitely blame him for that. I don't see a world where anyone in their right mind would have bought that in and removed the assistant manager chip other than him. He has to be responsible for both of them, I reckon. And I can only say it's been a bad result for the game. Better's having a pretty decent season, he is. And that's what I mean. Better's like one of them confidence players. Once he gets on a roll, he just scores goals. And that's what he's been doing of late. That's a foul there on Osula. It's got to be a yellow card, surely. I think it was. And it was. Yellow card for Yates. It's like, that has to be a yellow card. And it is. Everyone's going to go for Arsenal assets next week, but other than defence, where do you go for attack or mids? So I bought Saka because I didn't need a defender. And I had the money for it. But yeah, I actually don't even know if he's the best pick, to be honest. I just bought him because I had the money. And I feel like that's been another one of my problems this year. I bought people with the money I could afford. And that is just it's not been a year for that in FPL. It's been a year where team value is meaningless. I actually think that if I had picked a squad now, I reckon I'd pick a squad under 95 mil and run with it. You don't actually need 100 mil this season to get a team that consistently bangs. I mean, that's really weird, right? So we're looking at the world number 1 at the moment. What was he? Hold on. I'm going to pull this up because it's actually a little bit interesting. Where are we at? World's number 1 overall. What is he? Where is he? Let's have a look. So Ibsen is currently on 2,427 points this season. He's still got Lacroix playing, who's got 0. Gabriel, Saka, Haaland, triple captain, Semenyo and O'Reilly. So let's say he gets another 50 points based on that. So that's going to take him to 2,727. All right? And he's got 2 game weeks left. So he's got game week 37, game week 38. Let's say give him a conservative 70 points each for those games. That takes him to 140 points more, which would give him 2,617. That's a pretty I don't think that's going to happen. I really don't think. Now listen to this. Last season, I scored 2,620 points. So even if he gets another 50 points this week and averages 70 points the last 2 games of the season, when he's got no chips left, which I don't think is going to happen, he's going to end up with less points than I scored last season for my top 5,000 finish. Like, that's how bad this season's been. Like, even the dude that's winning is not going to beat the score I got last year. So I don't know what that says about the game. Yeah, I don't know what that says. That tells me that double the chips equals more points was a pile of crap. And they were just completely talking nonsense about that. You know what it is? That was always going to be the case because the assistant manager chip if you played it well last year, like a lot of us did that watched the channel, I mean, I got 56 points off that one chip last year. They just removed my ability to get 56 points this year. And I dare say, with the way the football's gone this year, I reckon I could have got 60 plus points this season. 100%. Oh, Nottingham Forest in behind. Oh, forcing a good save there. And Ollie Watkins has scored. Unbelievable. And just like that, I don't know who got the assist here. I think it might be Martinez with the assist. What? I mean, of course, it's not Morgan Rogers, is it? It's Ollie Watkins with the goal. Why can't it be my player? Why is it never mine? It has to be a Martinez assist. He's definitely claimed it. He was pretty happy about it. And Ollie Watkins is pointing at him. I didn't actually see it. I was watching the Nottingham Forest chance. So Martinez just kicks it. Is he onside? He is onside. I can't believe how easy that was, man. What an easy goal. It's definitely a Martinez assist. Definitely a Martinez assist. I can't believe that. It's literally almost hit Ollie Watkins' back somehow. And it's... Oh, Christ. Well, the 52% of you that voted for no, you're wrong, because Watkins has got a return. I should just adjust this to Morgan Rogers now. Can I adjust it? Is there any way? No, I can't adjust it. Bloody Rogers. Useless. Absolutely useless. Of course Ollie Watkins scores. D-Unit's player doesn't bother to show up, as usual. Oh, God. You know, if Aston Villa had played better last week, I probably would have bought Ollie Watkins this week in the forward line, but I didn't, because I just thought they were horrendous last week against that Spurs team. Mad. Martinez and Watkins, that's so good. Can see a goal from a goal kick nicer. I mean, yeah, they are pretty bad, aren't they, Burnley? Let's be fair. They've been arse all season. I mean, like, but they've been very good at blanking clean sheets. For what it's worth, Burnley have been very good at blanking clean sheets. So maybe that's a sign for next week. Maybe Burnley can pull off the shock of the season. Imagine it being so Arsenal and so Arteta-like for them to cock up the Burnley game. Let's be fair. That can't happen, surely. If that happened, I think Arteta would have to offer his resignation. There's no excuse for that. Fleming, 2-2. Wow. Where did that come from? Where did that come from? Emery's sitting there scratching his throat, and so am I. How easy was that? Fleming. Zaire Fleming, I think it is. I mean, that was all a bit too easy. Like, he gets it. Number 8 drives in, and it's a nice little flick bomb from Hannibal Medbury into... That was a really nice flick from Hannibal Medbury into the path of Isaiah Fleming, and he just puts it away first time. Martinez, no chance there at all. Great finish. Wow. Burnley 2-2. Goal rush is on. Burnley goal was prime Barca. Villa playing from the back, abysmal as usual. Paul Rogers to get yellow C in the poll. He consistently returns those. All right, let's have a do that. I'll do that, actually. I'm just going to quickly update the score, and then we'll quickly do that. Hannibal Medbury with the assist, by the way, for that, what everyone's worth. Oh, I didn't download that. That's weird. I thought I did. Did I not? No, I didn't. All right, let's see what people think. What is more... What? Special light and what? Oh, come on. Get rid of that. And what is most likely to happen? Rogers, yellow card. Rogers, blank. Rogers assist. Rogers goal. Let's see how accurate you lot are. Let's see what happens. Get your votes in on that poll. Morgan Rogers, what's going to happen with this fraud? Fleming, my differential pick finally returns. Love to see it. Calm down, make you play for Burnley. Legit. That was a very nice assist from Hannibal Medbury. Nice little Cruyff turn pass. Very good. Very, very good. It's really weird because Fleming's normally not very clinical either, but he was very clinical there. It was a first-time shot straight at. I mean, Newcastle tame shot there, I think, from Bruno G. Bruno G, edge of the box. He just doesn't hit the shot very well. Straight at Sells in goal there. Fairly easy save. But Juan Philippe Mateta is coming on here for Jorgen Strand-Larsen in the 64th minute. Yeah, smash a like. Where is Rogers' red card? Hasn't come on yet. He's thinking about getting a yellow though, I reckon. Rogers' yellow card, 44% leading early doors there. 37% Rogers blank. Man, no one's got faith in the Rogers goal. I don't even have faith in the Rogers goal at this point. I really don't. Good old Fleming, man. I can't believe that. He scored over 10 goals in the Premier League this season for Burnley now as well, I believe. That's a pretty good return for a team that's finished 19th. They've actually got someone that scored 10 goals. Man United don't have a player yet other than Benjamin Šeško, who scored 10 Premier League goals this season. I'm pretty sure that's correct. Brian Mbeumo hasn't, I don't think. I don't think Cunha has either. Casemiro's got 9. Yeah, I feel like Bruno Fernandes has 9 as well. Yeah, no, he's only got 8. And Mbeumo has got 9. I don't think Cunha's got 10 either. I could be wrong. He has scored a few goals of late. Cunha's only got 9. There you go. Fleming's actually scored more goals than all the Man United attack other than Benjamin Šeško. Well, who would have thought that? Change the Burnley score, yes. Sorry, I thought I did. Did I not change that? Oh, sorry, yeah, no, I've not updated it. Sorry, my bad. There we go, Burnley updated, thank you. Good tackle there on Bruno G there from Milinkovic. He won the ball, I thought, but apparently, I think the ref's given it a free kick here. All right, Everton on the counter here against Crystal Palace. Milinkovic protesting his innocence. Oh, nice little touch from Million and Die. Dinks past a couple. Now going for goal. Wild shot. I don't know what he was ever hoping to get out of that. That's never going to trouble anyone there. Yeah, he'll get nabbed up. I agree. Yeah, he's actually he is a better pick than bloody Xerxes, man. I'd rather watch Fleming instead of Xerxes. Much rather watch him. Clearly this means United should sign Fleming as a backup number 9. Watkins on 3 bonus. Wow. Of course. I mean, the one player, it's always the one player I don't own. It's just crap. It's like Man United attack, man. It's a bunch of frauds. Triple United attack. And now I was thinking the fixtures just scream goals and it's been anything but. Oh, wow, what a hit from Newcastle. It's hit the crossbar. Oh, another chance here for Newcastle. Again, it's Bruno G. Unfortunately, it's another tame shot straight at Sells. Ollie Watkins trying to get an assist there. Playing it through, I think, for Ross Barkley, who was moving into the 6-yard box, but unfortunately he can't get his shot on target. Yeah, it was a great hit from Oscar. Yeah, yep. Fleming is far more engineering than Xerxes. Yeah, definitely, I'd agree. Live bet Pill predicted Watkins' goal before 5 minutes. Mad. Corpses are more... Yeah, no word of a lie. That is very true. Very true. Definitely more energetic. I mean, it's hard not to be. You watch Xerxes on a football field, you're like, what is this crap? Like, legit, what is this crap, Joshua Xerxes? He's so bad. He's actually really bad. All right, Nottingham Forest, ball into the box, cleared away there by Newcastle. Wouldn't be surprised with the way that game's going if it finished 0-0, to be honest. It's developing as such. Oh, and of course, that's got to be Morgan Rogers flashing a shot there. No, it's Tielemans. I was going to say, that wouldn't surprise me. Morgan Rogers dodging more points yet again, but it's actually Tielemans this time flashing one just past the far post. Why did I buy that fraud, honestly? Kevin Dewsbury Hall's on my radar as well. I just didn't go there. I had no faith. It was the Man City game that put me off Kevin Dewsbury Hall. Because I was bench boosting last week. But in reality, I could have just played him instead of Rogers. Because Rogers wasn't on the bench. And I would have ended up with actually more points. Because Kevin Dewsbury Hall, I think, got 2. And Rogers got 1. And that would have been better off this week so far. Nearly a Munoz assist, that's right. This game week, where Welbeck and Dye and Saka just saying, get ready, Saka owners for a blank. Oh, dear. Xerxes are great backwards in WWE. I have 2 differentials playing next. Benoit Gyökeres and Saka is in differential 57%. Where I need Arsenal to cook me masterclass. I've dropped from 97k to 108. Come on, Palace. If not for me, do it for the money. For what Barry's just been booked here, I think, for Everton. He must have come on for old mate Beto. It's a long throw here for Everton in the box now. Nothing going on. Nottingham Forest are claiming something from the rep, but I don't know what. It's bouncing around in the Palace box. Nothing doing. Kieran Dewsbury Hall, not Kevin. It's always Kevin. Always Kevin God. I would like the Arsenal players to put me top 90. Cambo, you bum. And he turns Kevin Dewsbury Hall when he doesn't. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Kevin De Bruyne. Yeah, mate, he's been Kevin De Bruyne most of the season. Definitely, he's been really good. I mean, considering this dude started at 5 million, he's been probably the best player in the game, like value for money. How many points has he got this year? Dewsbury. 147 points for 5 mil. Starting price of 5 mil. Like, he's returned so many ways. What is he on now? 8 goals, 7 assists from 28 starts. Literally gets an attacking return every other game. It's insane how good he's been. Team value. As I said, you don't need it this year. You literally don't need it. Which team next to score? Osula's going off here for Newcastle. He's going to be replaced by Johan Visser. Burnley give away a free kick here. I mean, that was a bit soft, but it is a free kick nonetheless. I don't know what Mitchell's doing there, but he's overcooked that one by a mile. Elliot Anderson might have more points value. He started at 5.5, Elliot Anderson, from memory. He does have more points, though. But he's played more games, too. I mean, Kevin Dewsbury Hall's only played 28 games. Anderson's only got 11 points more. Nah, he's less value. He's on way less points per game as well. So he's got 11 points more, and he's played 7 games more. So he's had 7 more games for only an extra 11 points, and he started 0.5 million more. I mean, Kevin Dewsbury Hall's won the value player of the season by some distance, particularly in terms of midfielders, forwards. No one even comes close to him. I suppose Thiago does, because Thiago started at 6. Thiago was 6 million, wasn't he, at the beginning of the season? Yeah, he was. He's on 177 points. So it's still pretty comparable. I still feel like pound for pound, he probably got less. He probably still got better value from the old mate, Kevin. you got to call Kevin Dewsbury, Kevin, you need to call the Fulham winger. Kieran Wilson. Kevin bloody Wilson. Harry bloody Wilson. All right, Nottingham Forest. Hutchinson on the breakaway here. Blocked corner. Or is it blocked goal kick? It's one of the two. Last 20 minutes here. Can Morgan Rogers produce anything other than just disappointment? Can he produce a moment of magic? Probably not. He's been pretty anonymous. Other than getting what would have been an assist for that Ollie Watkins offside goal. He's just, it's been a little bit annoying. It's been an annoying watch. Morgan Rogers ball into the box, cleared away. Picked up on the edge. Oh, that was way too slothful from Aston Villa there. Burnley pinched their toes. Casemiro at 5.5. Yeah, Casemiro again, it's not quite enough. But then again, when you think about it, Casemiro's probably played about the same amount of games as Kevin. But it's close. It is a close run thing. Newcastle are dead. We need a Freddie Alexander Kent so he can... Ha! Yes, we do. I like that. Really like that. Will there be another goal in these 2 p.m. games? I'm not sure. Nottingham Forest Newcastle reeks of 0-0 at the moment. I struggle to see either team scoring there based off what I've seen in the second half. I mean, I know there's been a few moments where, old mates hit the crossbar. Actually, I've lied. Here we go. They're in behind. It's 1-0. Newcastle have taken the lead. And it's Harvey Barnes off the bench who gives Newcastle the lead there in the 73rd minute. Just as I was saying, that game looks destined for 0-0. Newcastle say, settle down, D-Unit. We will get you a goal. And here it is. 1-0 to Newcastle. All right, here we go. Aston Villa looking to get back in front, but can't do the job. Big goal there for Newcastle. Does mean that Nottingham Forest go behind, and that means that maybe could they be potentially dragged back into the relegation talk, potentially. Burnley continue the destruction of clean sheets against Arsenal next week as well. Don't worry, D. You could have sold Watkins and Welbeck for a hit. I know. Oh, no. Oh, that's rough. Yeah, he's definitely on top. What a ball. What a ball. Who played that ball? Jollington into... Who played that? Who played that ball? I feel like it's Jacob Murphy. No, Jacob Murphy went off. Oh, there's Riley. No, Mateta has scored. It's 2-2. Crystal Palace have equalised in that game as well. And Juan Philippe Mateta is off the bench and puts it in from pretty close range. I don't know how that ball got to him. I just saw him shoot and he went in. Harvey Barnes with the goal there. Jordan Pickford's not overly happened. 2-2 in that game. Lindelof and Maatsen are off for Aston Villa. They're bringing on Buendia and some other bozo that's probably going to be just as bad. Didn't even get... Maatsen's gone off, sorry. No, the goal's going in galore. We've got... Well, there we go. Someone asked, when's the next goal going to be? I was like, maybe there's not going to be one. And we just had 2 in literally 2 minutes. I didn't even get a chance to update the other score yet. Boom, boom, boom. Mateta's in the room. Yeah, I was going to say, look, I thought it looked like Jacob Murphy, but then I realised he was on yet. Ramsey assist. That's who it would be. I was like, sitting there, I was like, it looked like Murphy, but it's not. All right, there we go. All scores updated. Newcastle 1-0, 2-2 in both of the other games. Juan Philippe Mateta doing the job. Paul Mateta as a punt. Nice. 9 points, not bad. Should have gone Mitchell. Edge of the box. Oh, that was interesting. McGinn taking aim, forcing a save. The goalkeeper did see it very late on. Lewis Hall's down injured here after coming together. He's holding his left leg. Looks in a bit of pain. Oh, that's a bad... Nico Williams dives in and, that does not look good for Lewis Hall. I mean, it looks like he might be all right. Oh no, maybe he's not all right. He's still rolling around on the ground. Oh, that looked sore. That looked sore. So Nottingham Forest only 6 points in front of West Ham. I mean, in theory, they should still be safe, let's be fair. But if West Ham somehow get a win today, it would make very interesting a last couple of weeks there for Nottingham Forest, West Ham, and Spurs. Ball in! Oh, come on. I bet you that was Morgan Rogers who put that ball in then, and McGinn's headed it wide. It's Luca Dean put the ball in, I think. Yeah, Luca Dean with the ball in. Morgan Rogers is going to do nothing. He's just going to blank in. He's going to get 2 points. That dude, those 3 fixtures. Oh, it should have been 3 for Palace. Ismail Assar almost with a double. Far out. That was not far away. And again, I think it would have been a Munoz assist. Munoz heads it back across goal. Sarr meets it. Unfortunately, his header is straight at Jordan Pickford. And Jordan Pickford is able to deal with that one fairly easily. That was so close to being an Ismail Assar double. I can just imagine Kunji getting frothing at the thought of it at the moment. Where are we at? Who got that? So Mitchell got the assist for that. For the Mateta goal, by the way. Mitchell with the assist. Bonus points is now looking like 3 for Beto, Tarkowski 2, Mateta 1. It's very close between Mateta and Tarkowski, though. Only one. Tarkowski's almost got DC as well. He's 1 away from DC in that game. And you can imagine with 10 minutes left, he's probably going to get that too. So he's on for a monster haul as Tark. Even without the clean sheet, he's on for a monster haul. Botman's on track for 3 bonus points and Pope's on 2 along with Hall. Even though Barnes and Ramsey combined for the goal. That's interesting. Munoz, yeah, you could easily have had 2 assists today. You're dead right. I feel like if you're a Munoz owner, you can probably consider yourself really harshly done by, because he's been stupidly close for most of the game to getting something. He just hasn't managed to get something. Right, Nottingham Forest into the box. Oh, forcing a save out of Pope. Igor Jesus. Trying to do his best Timu impression there, but unfortunately, all he does is look like Timu. Can't get a goal. Long throw in here from Richards. Unfortunately, it's well dealt there by the Everton defence. That was probably Tarkowski's 10th DC. 2 more, you reckon? All right, well, you could be on. I mean, a lot of goals happen at this time of the game. Burnley making a double change here as well, for what it's worth. 47 points of Rogers now. Yokeres, Gabriel, DCL unit, Cherky, Semenyo, Haaland, captain left. That's pretty good. But a lot of my points are going to come in the next game. I've obviously got 4 players in the next game. So I'm like, whatever happens, I'm probably going to end up with more points. Well, hopefully a better close anyway. Bruno G on 9 DC at least. He is closing in on that. Yeah, he could have a good chance of getting 3 more between now and the end of the game. Tell you what, Sark looks like he's fouled in the box, for what it was worth, but apparently not. VAR, I didn't think there was enough in that, not giving a foul there. Fleming's been replaced here. Getting his goal, and off he goes. No one thought it would be Palace attack rather than defence. I don't know why people ever thought it was going to be Palace defence. That they would have to have kept the clean sheet for it to be worth bringing in a Palace defender, and they haven't looked likely of keeping a clean sheet recently in the league, I haven't thought. Could have had 2 Sarr and 2 Munoz returns. Yeah. There's going to be more goals here. Oh, Sarr's found in the box again. Oh, he can't get the turnaround. He's offside. Wouldn't have mattered anyway. He's been flagged for offside. Far out. I mean, Everton are just getting torn apart there at the moment. I feel like a lot of people might be bringing Tarkowski in, but they've been pretty open, Everton, in terms of defensive shape in this game. They've never really looked likely to keep a clean sheet. Third time lucky. Pickford with 6 saves. I know, as I'm saying, Crystal Palace has done enough in this game probably to win it, to be fair. Kevin will be top 5 FPL midfield this season if he hadn't got injured. That is correct. Points per start. There you go, 5.22. He's been the best. There we go, Mark with the facts. All right, a couple of changes here for Nottingham Forest. He got Jesus is off along with someone else. Here we go. Ball across the box. Aston Villa. Mate. This team. Why did I do it to myself? Why did I own any of these idiots? It's like one of them weird ones, right? The obvious thing is to sell Morgan Rogers before he plays Liverpool next week. And it would not surprise me in the slightest if he ended up getting a brace next week. The week after I sold him, like it's going to happen. It's going to happen. I just kind of know it's going to happen, but yeah, whatever. All right, Newcastle on the attack here again. Vissa, he's overrun it. Oh, he's still got back there though. Can he find his shot at the end of the day? No, he can't. He plays it back. Jollington takes over. Bruno G. Vissa goes down. Not for nothing doing. That's not a foul. But now the referee brings play to a halt because Vissa is holding his head. Never putting Rogers in my team again. He hasn't gotten me any points this season. He hasn't got me any either. I mean, at the moment he's averaging 5 points from 3 games, which is the equivalent of 1.66 points per game. That's crap. That's actually just crap. Munoz 3 from DC. 5 minutes to get it. I reckon he might be struggling there. Can't believe McAtee actually exists. Imagine Lacroix doesn't get DC. I don't know. Is he anywhere near? I don't think he is. Lacroix's on 8. Tarkovsky's still on 9 for what it's worth. Oh, it's Marley Assar again, man. This dude, he could easily have had a 15-pointer here. He could easily have had a 15. Another great ball in from Munoz. Mitchell gets up and then somehow just Sarr can't get his head on it. He can't get his head on it. That's unlucky. Tarkovsky got the DC for what it's worth. He's up to 11 now. Oh, Sarr's missed some big chances in this game. He's missed some big chances in this game. Tarkovsky's now on for 3 bonus. Far out. Tarkovsky 3 bonus, Beto 2, Mateta 1 at the moment. Yeah, what a huge haul from Tarkovsky. Honestly, what a huge haul. He's on more than that. He's got a goal and an assist. That's 9. He's conceded a point because obviously they've conceded twice. It's still 10. Then he's got the 15 point. That's huge. Who would you say plays at Template FC? I don't know. Anyone over 50% owns probably pretty Template. I mean, this Everton Palace game could go to either team. Both teams are pushing. I wouldn't surprise if there's a third goal for Everton or for Palace. Right, Burnley with a late corner here. 84 minutes gone in that game now. Keep rubbing it in. Sorry, man. Oh, my God, Everton should have scored. No, Kevin Dewsbury Hall. Oh, he was offside. Wouldn't have counted. He wasn't far away there from getting in again there, though. Far out. Yeah, okay. I see now. Oh, he hit the post anyway. I mean, that's... I mean, that would have been... It's a good thing that... It's a good thing the flag went up. Because that would have gone down as one of the misses of the season if it that really would have gone down as one of the misses of the season. He's missed from point blank range there. Dewsbury could easily have a brace next week. I'm buying him in for Tavernier. He could. Definitely could. Yeah, I don't know who I'm going to move Morgan Rogers to yet. Like, part of me really likes the Kevin Dewsbury Hall shout. He's been so good. Like, maybe I just go there. Oh, Nottingham Forest have equalised. What a goal there. And someone's either pulled their hamstring. It's Elliot Anderson. Nah, the ex-Geordie's just, I mean, he's cramped up. His calf is completely seized on him, but what a goal. Nottingham Forest late equaliser there, 87 minutes gone. And he's had a full body cramp pretty much as he's scored. He gets up, celebrates. I mean, he's been unbelievable this season, has he? Elliot Anderson, man. He's so good. He's actually a really good footballer. Like, I know that I've been really critical on the other Anderson, but this Anderson is a top quality footballer. He is very, very good. He will not be at Nottingham Forest next season. Whoever gets him is going to be getting a big upgrade in their midfield. He has been class. He's also an option, but then Nottingham Forest do go to Man United next week. So, but then again, Man United definitely looked on the beach this week, but you would think the last home game at Old Trafford, they probably won't be on the beach next week, you would like to hope. What a finish. I know. What a goal. Number 24 with the assist, by the way, whoever the hell that is. No clean sheets. Not one clean sheet today. That's insane. Is that a sign of things to come in the next game? No clean sheets on a Sunday. More draws than Lucky Luke. Yeah, they're all draws, aren't they? I've just noticed that. All right, let's update the score. There we go. 1-1. All scores updated. 3 draws. We're now into 5 minutes of injury time in the Crystal Palace Everton game. We've still got a minute left before it goes into injury time for Nottingham Forest Newcastle. Burnley versus Aston Villa is 3 minutes away from injury time. That game obviously slightly delayed to the other two at the moment. What a strike from Wharton. So close. Yeah, that was very close as well. Next year, Anderson, Bruno, Haaland, Gabriel will be 10-plate start. Yeah, well, unless... It depends, I suppose. I think it depends. I feel like... if Anderson goes to Man City, he will not be anywhere near as good as he was at Forest. That's my gut read. Oh, there's a late chance here. Ilian and dive. That's a poor finish. That's a poor finish. Huge chance there for Ilian and die. Through on goal, and that's not a good finish. He's back in the grave. I mean, technically he makes a save. He forces a save, but it's not a good finish. He could have picked it out left or right of the goalkeeper. Plenty of chance, plenty of room to do that, and he's just not done it. There's 7 minutes of injury time in the Nottingham Forest Newcastle game, so still a fair amount of time to play out there. Aston Villa now into the box. Cleared away there, but is picked up, retrieved. Buendia has been fouled. Buendia is claiming he's been fouled. Rogers is claiming a penalty. I'll tell you what, it looked like a penalty, but maybe it's not. Here we go, another chance for Everton in the box. It was Tarkowski getting up there again. Can you imagine if he got a third attacking return? No, it wasn't Tarkowski, it was someone else, sorry. Just thought it was, but it wasn't. Is that a foul? Goes past his man. Oh, Kyle Walker definitely fouls him. That has to be a penalty. He's literally stood on him. Morgan Rogers is talking himself into the book regardless. Wow, it's not a penalty. How's that not a penalty? How's that not a penalty? Oh my God, Mateta could have won the game. Mateta, big chance missed here. Oh, how's he not put that away? I think that's a penalty. For what it's worth, that looked like a penalty to me. NSC like the 6.5. What is that? Kev, I had no idea. Models were suggesting all week Kane. Meanwhile, Tarkovsky murdering all the points. Legit. Nottingham Forest going close to a winner again here. Far out. Kevin Dewsbury Hall's been subbed off. And Alcaraz is on. Now there's a bit of fisticuff going on. I don't know what's going on there. All right, here we go. Oh, Morgan Rogers, you fraud. You absolute fraud. Oh, I was like, he played it in. I was like, his first touch was criminal. This guy. Officiating the match. I don't know how that's not a penalty. For what it's worth, I don't even know who would have taken the penalty for Aston Villa. That has to be a penalty. He's not got anyone. He's made. That's contact enough. Definitely enough contact for a penalty. I don't understand VAR. Sometimes look, that's a clear and obvious error. Like maybe the ref doesn't think there's contact. There's definitely contact. I think Emery's definitely agreeing. He's even saying to Kyle Walker, you fouled him, mate. I agree. I mean, it's not my team, so I'm not like overly thinking, but like that has to be a penalty, surely. But it's not. Another one, just scrap the refs and VAR staff and bring on new ones next season. Yep. Should have kept Senesi. Have Saka and Yoka, so I predicted 5-5. I agree with the fixtures for what it's worth. Rodgers is a classic case. I bought Rodgers for the last 3 weeks. It was Fulham, who'd been crap. It was Spurs, who'd been horrendous. And it was Burnley, who are relegated, and he's got no points. No points from those 3 fixtures. And I just think back to that Chelsea, when I doubled Chelsea defence this season, Sanchez and Chalobah, for that run of fixtures against Burnley, West Ham, Wolves, and was it Nottingham Forest? And they didn't keep one clean sheet, and they conceded multiple goals in every game bar one. Like, fixtures have just been absolute frauds this year. Here we go. Everton with last one attack. Forward they go. They've got a deflection. They've won a late corner here. There's going to be just enough time to take it. Barnes is getting some instructions. Trippier is going to be coming on here late for Newcastle. Bruno G is going off. I don't think he's got the DC, unfortunately. Rodgers again getting nothing out of Kyle Walker. It's been a familiar tale of the tape there. We've got quite a few injury minutes in the... Only 6 injury added minutes. Buendia going for goal. Comfortable save there for Weiss in goal. Buendia's claiming something yet again. Nothing doing. All right, the last probably kick of the game here. Everton with a very, very late corner. A lot of injury time has been played. The ball into the box. They go up. They try to win it. Palace clear it, and the referee brings that game to an end. It's finished 2-2 between Crystal Palace and Everton. That game is officially over. Feel double game week should be scrapped as a feature and just be average of extra games. I don't mind that. Gets sold to Chelsea for 80 million, pulls his groin, probably. Douglas Luiz possibly on pens, just doesn't play. Yeah. Quickly after one season wonder, even celebrations are the same. Yeah, they've gone completely cold. I guess Tielemans will take pens, maybe Buendia. Yeah, probably. I don't know. I'm not sure. I just thought it was a penalty. Like, I didn't expect Morgan Rogers to take it because of all the other players that are on the field. And he missed the last one that I think he took. So, and Villa have got a horrible record at taking penalties anyway. And you know what? That should have been an option. Morgan Rogers missed penalty. Thankfully, it's not going to happen because there's not been one. Oh, here we go. Burnley, late chance. Into the box. Burnley, it's bobbled around the box. Aston Villa could easily have lost the game there if Burnley had been a little bit more clinical. Now it is Aston Villa on the counter now. Tammy Abraham, here we go. Watkins cuts it back to no one. Useless. Newcastle, late ball into the box. Sells collects. We're into the last 30 seconds of injury time there. Sells then falls on the ground. He's like, we'll take 1 point. Buendia on pens. There we go. There we go. Phil dropping points. Good for Bournemouth and Brighton. I hope it's on. Mate, I tell you what. Yeah, Aston Villa. I mean, it won't matter anyway. If Aston Villa win the Europa League final, they're in the Champions League anyway. So they've got a 50% chance of doing that. They do seem to be creaming it in Europe. All right, Nottingham Forest versus Newcastle's ended. That game is finished in a draw as well. 1-1 there. Douglas Luiz going for goal, unfortunately, straight at the goalkeeper into the last 30 seconds in that game as well. Looks like Aston Villa are going to be not doing anything here either. Let's have a look at some of these stats. Crystal Palace versus Everton. It's finished with 2-2. Tarkowski goal, Beto goal, Dewsbury Hall assist, Tarkowski assist. Goals for Sarah, Mateta assist for Mitchell. Yellow cards for Mikolenko and Garner. 5 saves for Henderson, 6 for Pickford. Tarkowski with 3 bonus, Beto with 2, and Munoz is going to get a bonus point. Okay. I don't know how he's managed to do that, but Munoz has got a bonus point. DC for Tarkowski, Wharton, and Richards. The Burnley Aston Villa game is officially finished 2-2 as well. For Nottingham Forest versus Newcastle, that game's finished 1-1. Goals for Anderson and Barnes, and assists for McAtee and Jacob Ramsey. Yellow cards for Yates and Igor Jesus. 5 saves to Sells, 5 to Pope. Bonus points is 3 for Elliot Anderson, the gift that keeps on giving. 2 for Barnes, and 1 each for Bruno G and Botman. There's a few people in bonus today that haven't got an assist or a goal or kept a clean sheet. Bizarre games today. DC, Botman got it. Bruno G ended up getting it. Jollington and Tonali and Hall are all 1 off the threshold. Anderson, of course, he got 12, didn't he? Marato got 10. I don't know if he's a defender or not. Milenkovic, Nico Williams, Jaya Cunha are all 1 off the benchmark as well. And then Burnley versus Aston Villa has finished 2-2. Anthony Fleming, Barkley, Watkins with the goals. Assists for Martinez, McGinn, Hannibal Mebry, and Okokobachoboku. Yellow cards for Fleming and Mings. 4 saves apiece for Weiss and Martinez. 3 bonus points to Ollie Watkins. Of course, the one I don't own. 2 to James Barkley, and 1 each to Martinez, Anthony, and Hannibal Mebry. Defensive contributions, 1 off the threshold for Tielemans. Florentino got it for Burnley. So did Estev. So did Twanzabi. And a 1 off for Chichawana. There you go. A bunch of nothing for the D-Unit in that game. Morgan Rogers, thank you very much for nothing. You absolute fraudulent piece of poo. You're getting turfed out now. I'll see you guys in about half an hour or so. But you can just piss off out the door, Ollie Watkins. Morgan Rogers. You are crap. Well, yeah, I mean, Bruno's got a bonus point, but yeah, he really should have had a couple of assists on another day. That's probably why he's got the bonus. Yeah, Rogers can just stink it up. Go on a spree for hits this game week. I'm feeling it, mate. I might, to be honest. Just have a bit of fun. Get rid of some of these frauds. I got up from a nap. Can someone tell me how Villa are drawing with Burnley because they're crap? I was going for a Gary quote. All right, folks. I'll see you all shortly for the Arsenal-West Ham game. Hopefully I get a few more points there. I'm not holding my breath. Team has absolutely been stinking it this week outside of the City defence. So